Welcome to the Star Podcast.
Whoa. Star Podcast.
Welcome to the Star Podcast, hosted by Nat. Each week, we share tips and stories from safety, trucking, and recruitment, and everything in between. Listen now.
Welcome back to another episode. Today we have Hammad Hassan joining us from the Toronto Business Development. He is going to tell us all about the different funding opportunities for businesses, how they work with not just businesses, but also with individuals, business owners, and people in trades. So they have a lot of exciting programs, and Hammad's going to share a lot of information specific to transportation and the truck driving industry, but he is going to share a few details about the trades and entrepreneurs and all sorts of things. So they have a lot going on, but Hammad gives a really great overview, and we share his contact information in the show notes as well as in the show. So I highly recommend you take a listen. All right, so I'm very excited to welcome Hammad Hassan to the show. Hammad is with the Toronto Business Development Centre, and he's going to talk all about funding within the trucking industry. So I think that's going to be really interesting. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for calling me on the show. And then, I'm pretty excited today to share lots of funding opportunities, especially for the trucking industry now with the recent changes. I personally believe that all the trucking companies might be looking to, with the recent changes in the industry, these initiatives that the government of Ontario has taken are going to really support all the trucking companies in Ontario. And I think today's session is going to be really beneficial for the trucking companies out there.
Absolutely. So I was hoping to get started if you could just share a little bit about yourself and how you got to where you are today.
No, that's amazing. Will do. So personally, my name is Hammad Hassan. I'm working with Toronto Business Development Centre for about 2 years now. So this is our third year into this running this funding opportunity on behalf of provincial government. Now, my background is more towards transportation. So for about 8-10 years, worked on different levels in transportation. So worked with Challenger Motor Freight as a recruiter, and then worked with an agency and provided support to different trucking companies in order to hire trucking drivers. And then based on that, experience and knowledge, I got a chance to start working with TBDC back in 2022. And since then, I'm working as a program manager with Toronto Business Development Centre and supporting trucking companies till date. The program has supported over 800 drivers in upskilling and reskilling. That includes, ASA drivers, DSA drivers, technicians, and then looking forward to, support many more.
That's amazing. So I guess you've already shared some details about the Toronto Business Development Centre and what you provide. How is your programming building community within the trucking industry?
So initially, when we started this initiative, the objective was to support the trucking companies through the upskilling and reskilling of commercial drivers. So we did that first year, supported 800 drivers. Then did second year, supported another 300, and then we were thinking about now we are working with these wonderful employers and you're supporting their training initiatives. What we can do different now. So one of our goals was to involve different communities, and then engage them within the trucking industry and educate them about the benefits, of the trucking industry. So that's where the idea was born. And then what Toronto Business Development Center started doing is they started their outreach to several community organizations, like Covenant House, like Skills for Change, JVS, Cost to Achieve. We are working with over 20 community organizations. So what we do, we basically hold info sessions followed by boot camps and followed by industry tours where we engage all these youth, these underrepresented communities, educate them about trucking. That's the first step. Second step, then we do a boot camp where we engage with employers. They come in and they hear directly from the employers. And the third phase is the industry tour where they get to go to one of the employer site and feel the job and look at the job, themselves. What this initiative is doing is basically clearing all the expectations. So our goal is to, because turnover in trucking industry is a really huge problem. Plus with the driver shortage, which is forecasted in the future. So we have started from the grassroots level to build the trust where we have a sustainable pipeline for the future.
That's so good. And you mentioned that you deal with companies all over Ontario, not just like if there's a company listening and they're maybe located in Sudbury, which is where the Northern Academy office is located out of. You can help those people as well.
100%. So our program all over Ontario. So any company listening, if you guys are located in Ontario, operations are in Ontario, we can work with any company who's located in Ontario. Just to add on to that, Northern Ontario, you just mentioned, Sudbury, Timmins. So we did a tour to Thunder Bay where we got a chance to connect with the employers like Earth Transport, like Gardline and Manitoulin. And then we did an outreach there. We also connected with the First Nation communities in Thunder Bay. And that process is still ongoing. So we are looking to do more for the companies which are located in Northern Ontario.
Oh, awesome. So this isn't necessarily something that you could work with like an individual who's interested in the trucking industry. It's more so for the companies, like trucking companies.
So Leslie, our differentiator was like, this is how we did it. There are lots of funding programs in the market. What we wanted to do is to talk to the employers first to see where the demand is, what they are seeking. And then we took that message and then we went to the audience, be like, hey guys, there are opportunities within trucking. So this is what we are trying to do. What we do, we sit down with the employers, we build capacity with them, see, where the training gaps are. And then we do reverse engineering. Okay, how we can create the talent. And so far, it's our third year. The organization is doing a phenomenal job putting people to work.
Oh, good. Oh, that's fantastic to hear. It sounds very exciting, very rewarding what you're doing.
Thank
That's
you
awesome.
so much.
What can people get specifically from you in regards to the truck driving industry?
So if you are looking to start your career in the trucking industry, if you have your AZ license and you're looking for work, if you're lacking, let's say you went to ABC employer, you did the road test and you failed, but the employer said, hey, Bob, you did an amazing job, but your backing is weak. I want you to talk to me. We can talk to those employers. We can give them funding to give you additional training. That's going to help you in order to land a job. If you're a new driver, you're looking for work, we have partners like GFL, Environment 360. They do have a new driver entry program where you're going to go through an extensive mentorship in which you're going to get experience. And then after that, you're going to go through another work test. Once you pass the work test, you're up to standard. You are going to have a really good chance to land a full-time permanent employment with these employers.
Oh, that's good. So do you have any success stories you'd like to share?
100%, Leslie. Yeah. So that's where I get so happy. That's where I get proud of myself. That's where I think that, I'm making a difference. So we are working with several community organizations. Recently, what we did an industry tour with GFL. So we are doing a series of industry tours with them where we're taking interested prospects to the job site where they are getting to get a chance to ask questions from the professionals, from the people doing the job. Their experience, we are making their experience tangible. They're sitting in the trucks, they're looking at the equipment, they're asking all sorts of questions, earning potentials, lifestyle, the expectation, and everything. Till date, we were able to put 12 people through the door. They did a road test and they're in different phases in getting hired by GFL. I got a confirmation from GFL just before this podcast. They're like about 4 people. They already got hired by GFL. And the rest, they're in process.
That's so nice. Oh, that's amazing. Well, you're doing some very good work.
Yes. No. So community service, that's our target because TBDC, we are a non-for-profit. So back in 1989, we got registered as a business incubator. And then that's where we embarked on a journey in order to service community. Initial program was to bring in international businesses and entrepreneurs to Canada where they can get settled and then create jobs for Ontario, for Canada. So, long story short, 10 years, 15 years into business incubation. Now, back in 2022, we got a chance to do a program with the trucking. So now we are helping the trucking industry by collaborating with employers So that's been successful. Besides that, any person, any listener who is into trades, like if you're into construction, you do framing, drywalling, HVAC, electrician, we're running a similar program in which we can connect with the employers in order to get you trained and get you hired. That's not it. If you're a businessman, you have a business back home that you want to bring to Canada. So we are running two more initiatives in which we are bringing international entrepreneurs to Canada, and then we do provide them all the settlement services support that they need in order to be successful in Canada.
Oh, that's so good. Awesome.
The main idea of Toronto Business Development Center is to boost economy, Ontario's economy, Canada's economy. That this is what our main focus on, and that's why we are involved in so many initiatives which are backing our economy. With this conversation, if you're a trucker, you can give us a call. If you're a businessman, you have business overseas, you're looking to get into the Canadian market, you can call us. If you're a tradesperson, you're looking to get trained and get a job, you can call us. So this is the message that I'm going to give to your audience, because people are from different trades, different skill set. And then we do cover these skill sets. That's just not it. These are the programs that I know. I would encourage your listeners to go to our website, which is tbdc.com, and then look into our different programs. TBDC is actively running anywhere between 9 to 12 programs for different streams. And then you can read about the program. If it's matching your skill set, feel free to get in touch with us.
Oh, that's excellent. And what about if someone wants to contact you directly? What's the best way? Is it email? Is it phone? Are you on LinkedIn?
So I am on LinkedIn. You can search TBDC. You will see me there 100%. We do have our page. We have a page for each program. So Explore Trucking Careers, that's the program that I'm running. If you're gonna Google that, it's gonna give you all the links. Besides that, the best way to reach out to me is an email, because I can miss a call, but I cannot miss an email. So you guys can give me an email at Hammad, so HAMMAD at tbdc.com. I'll repeat that again. It's HAMMAD at tbdc.com. Send me an email with your details and your question, and I'll return you a call or an email for sure.
Excellent. And I'll include the link to your LinkedIn page, your website, and put your email. I'll put that all in the show notes so that if anyone wants that information, it'll be easy to find. But I want to thank you, because I feel like we could probably talk for hours about all these different things and different ways that you've helped people. But I think it's a good little introduction for people. And I definitely didn't know that you were offering this. So I think that's really exciting that you're working with individuals and companies and employers and everything. So yeah, it sounds very exciting what you're doing.
Well, thank you so much, Leslie, for taking time out and then helping us in spreading the word out. All we want to do is service people, because if people are happy, people are employed, means the province is happy and employed, and then the country is happy.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for all of the hard work that you do, and thanks for joining us today.
So thank you once again for calling me on the show.
Star Podcast.
Wow. Star Podcast.